How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more Need for Speed The Run. And I believe that I should be able to finish, well, the run today, because we're pretty close to New York, unless the game gets extremely longer afterwards, but it should happen. I think the feed should already be there, I hope. It's one of those things that unfortunately I cannot check, so I'm just trusting OBS to be picking this up. So, last time I was like in the getting out, or did I reach Chicago? No, I didn't, right? Like I was about to reach Chicago, but I wasn't there yet, I think. Well, okay, apparently I came from, I'm assuming it's Wisconsin, and now I'm heading to, I think it's Illinois. Well, I don't know if that state is pronounced Illinois or Illinois, I don't know. It's a weird name. But yeah.
Pick it up. We have to make Chicago in the top 50.
Yeah.
And Jack, I just got word. The mob has a welcoming committee waiting for you downtown.
Thanks for the heads up.
That's it.
Don't let your guard down. Not for a second.
Didn't know you cared.
I mean, alright, now we're just bringing guns. Nice, well, there were guns in the first mission, but... And these guys are useless, holy shit. Never seen a more incompetent mob in... Well, I've probably seen more incompetent mob in cartoons for kids, but I mean, that's played for comedic purposes, you know? But yeah, here these guys could have killed me like 10 times, like they didn't do it a single time. They really suck at killing. Not to mention this guy had a gun. He could have done a lot of stuff with it, but no. Just shoot at the window and gets away. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like it's pretty hard to be afraid of them when they have shown since the very beginning of the game to be so incredibly incompetent, you know? It's fine. Also, I like how the Shaq says, ha, you care about me. Well, yeah, you're the one that's gonna earn her like $15 million, you know? I think she definitely cares about those millions. But honestly, Shaq as a character is a little bit... yeah. Not so good, really, but it's fine. Could be worse. No, I think the worst part are the characters that are meant to be bosses and yet they don't have a single... You know... They don't have a single interaction, nothing that could make you see, you know, what their motivations are. Well, you see that in the description before the event starts, but I feel like that's not enough, you know, to consider them characters. Well, to be fair, Most Wanted had the same issue, but I think that with Most Wanted, at the very least, gameplay-wise, well, they were supposed to be bosses even though they were still quite easy, but yeah, here not so much. Alright, reach Chicago, right?
Jack, you still with me?
You know me better than that, Sam.
Okay, final push to New York. It's time to move to the front.
Yeah, well, cannot I rest a little bit? Well, that's the mob. So I'm assuming here there's gonna be one of those quick time event cutscenes, right? First at New York. We're going for the win, obviously. Though I will assume that an event like this is obviously quite unrealistic regardless. So the point is that I will assume that the second place will get something, right? Like at least a million or something. Maybe they wouldn't get shit, I don't know. Right. So it's another one of the mob guys. Wait, this was the same description we saw before, right? So it's the same guy that we already meet in the Aston Martin. Okay. Well, so yeah, this is gonna be a quick time event, I'm assuming. Well, or maybe not. Is it? I have a feeling it will. No, it's an actual race, and I'm supposed to defeat him. I'm not sure why this guy is playing by the rules, though. Like wouldn't he be waiting for me in a street and basically just open fire? Like, what's the point of behaving like this? Like we're actually just rivals. Like, I'm supposed to be like a mortal enemy of yours. Wait, I'm gonna lose. Oh, well, yeah. I guess I was right. Run for your life? Okay. Yeah, but how? Oh, okay. That's a pretty funny objective, I gotta say. Run for your life. Like, not get a certain position, get to the next checkpoint. No, run for your life. Oh, so that was the helicopter shooting them. How the fuck can these guys afford an attack helicopter like that and not a decent hitman? Holy shit. Yeah, you're not surviving that fall, dude.
You head around front. I'll cover the back. Got it.
Are these guys with the mob or what? Am I gonna be driving a police car? That would be pretty cool. So, okay, that is pretty cool. Just that I cannot imagine that I will be driving this police car for the rest of the race. It's like I'm just, you know, painting a target on my back. What? Oh, the helicopter. Oh, okay, we're just blasting random people now. Avoid the spotlight. What spot? Oh, that spotlight. Okay. The problem is that this shit doesn't have a nitro. Well, I mean, it's a police car, makes sense, but it's pretty hard to avoid the spotlight, you know? Well, at least apparently I survived that.
Attention all units. We have a civilian helicopter firing on traffic in the financial district. I want all available units on scene now.
Yeah, I was out to say, like, this guy should probably worry more about a fucking attack helicopter flying in the middle of the city.
I got him. Target is currently heading north along the river.
Yeah, you're doing a very sloppy show, Mob, because, like, if you're supposed to be a mafia, you're supposed to operate in the shadows. I don't think that this counts as operating in the shadows. Avoid the spotlight. I mean, it's constantly following me, mister. Okay. Ah, what the? Okay, survive, nice.
Update on that chopper now. BCB, I lost him.
Huh. Oh, that's... You know, I thought the flag that I was seeing on the... Like, hanging on the right side, like, it's the USA flag. I thought the other one was gonna be the Israeli flag, but no, it's like a... Well, maybe that's the flag of Chicago. I know that every state has a flag.
What's his heading? What's his heading? I got him. He's heading to the train yard.
Okay, well, survive that too. Wait, what's going on with the UI? Why is it randomly disappearing? Got him. And this guy must be made out of rubber to somehow survive all this shit. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm trying to escape, but this guy doesn't seem to be in a hurry for that. Yeah, you somehow survive that, dude. Oh, really? We have fully interactive action here. Okay, nothing there. What about up here? Oh yeah, well... That's pretty funny. I actually have like a mini... Well, you probably have to hurry now. Okay, maybe not that. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Yeah, that one makes more sense. That's a weird cutoff, because it kind of looks like I got killed, but I did, and I escaped. Yeah, I would have expected the cutscene to go longer, showing the train going and me escaping. Well, it's fine. Though that's pretty funny that there are two trains in the game, and both of them are set to kill you. Seems like this guy doesn't have too much luck around trains. So... Here I need a new car, right? Or did my Lambo just randomly, you know, waited for me? So it didn't look like after that I could just return to where I was, right? Like there was the mob and the police going after. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get a new car here.
It should be right in front of you. Can you see it?
What is right in front of me?
Yeah, I see it.
No, how about we don't get an Audi?
No race is worth your life. We can stand down if
Nobody's standing down.
Yeah, but can we not get an Audi, please? Man, they are all Audis. Fuck. Alright. I'm tempted to get this one. Yeah, I think... Well, they are pretty similar in terms of the stats. In fact, well, this one is the one that has the highest top speed. Hey, I'll pick this one. This one, well, it says NFS edition. Oh, all of them are. No, these two are NFS edition. I don't know what that means, but sure, I'll get this one. I like this sort of square-shaped cars. Well, and square-shaped cars that do not look like muscle cars, at least. And this one doesn't. So yeah. Windy City. It's a weird icon. Alright. So yeah, all of that. Can you let me go to the next stage? Apparently this is the car that we're gonna win the race with. Or at least there is another intersection, but considering that the next objective is the first place, the victory, probably not. The Great Lakes. Okay. What's so great about them? I will assume the size. So Chicago is part of Illinois then, right? I thought Chicago was well, aside from a city, I thought it was a state, but I guess not. Alright, sure. I mean, it's surprising because I thought that Illinois was not a popular state, but if it has the city of Chicago in it... And again, I don't know if it's pronounced Illinois or Illinois. I feel like I heard someone pronounce it once in my life, but I mean, maybe they were stoned. I wonder how much Audi paid for this, because the fact that you can only pick an Audi is a little bit awkward, I think. I think that at this rate it's pretty clear that tier 4 is actually the highest tier that you can unlock. And you get it since the very beginning because I played hard difficulty. Oops, my bad. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell when a column is gonna be an actual obstacle and when it's just gonna be a decoration you can just knock over like it's nothing. Because, for example, there was one thing in the park that were like concrete flower pots and you could just destroy them casually. When in reality they should fuck up your car quite a bit. Oh, he got stuck. I think that here I more or less understand what it means with normal handling and like more difficult handling. I think that the normal one allows you to drift more easily. Also, isn't this the same track that I already did before? Probably. Yeah, like those flower pots that I'm mentioning, like those things should not be decorations that you can just knock like that. Like, but it's fine. I'm not complaining. Got it. They might just pick up this car and it's already looking like it's ready for the junkyard. It's fine. It's pretty possible that I'm just gonna get to the end of the run before, like way before it's time to end the stream, so it's very possible that I'm just gonna do the challenge series instead after I'm done. Like, I'm not gonna wait for another stream, I will just do it right away. Because if I do finish this relatively quickly, then it has been essentially the shortest Need for Speed game since Underground. Because, well, the ones before Underground, yes, like Need for Speed 2 and 3 were pretty short games. But yeah, from Underground onwards, I'm pretty sure this one, if I finish it today, it's the shortest one in the series. Like, no other one comes close. Like, I feel like even if you play Most Wanted without going for 100%, like, you will still... Well, I guess, okay, technically Carbon, if you don't go for 100%, it's probably shorter than this game. Like, if you just care about beating the game, like, yeah, it's probably shorter, actually. Which is pretty wild, thinking about it that way. Every other Need for Speed is, I'm pretty sure, longer. In 8 positions, yeah. There is no way that I'm not beating this relatively soon. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, normally I would have wanted to have the main playthrough and the challenge series in 2 different videos, but it's fine. I mean, with a game as short as this one, I don't think it will be a problem to combine them. Unless the challenge series is way longer than the actual game, then that asshole got stuck in that pillar. It's pretty funny. I gotta say that this car doesn't look as good on the back as it look on the front. I feel like the front look a lot better. Well, not now, but yeah, the back looks a little bit underwhelming, honestly. Now, the weird thing is that, well, maybe you do have a... I think there is a section in the menu where you can see the cars you have and maybe you could customize them. But if that's not the case, then this will be the first Need for Speed game that does not have, again, since Underground, that doesn't have customization options. Like, even like the worst one in the series, which is, at least to me, Nitro, that game has customization. But yeah, maybe you can do it there. I will hope, especially since the default way that the cars look is not particularly enticing to look at. Like, it doesn't look bad, looks a little bit off, right? Okay, continue the run. So what do we have here? We're gonna be out of the city, or is this... Well, I would assume that this whole place is not gonna be like just cities, right? So this one is in Toledo. OH is Ohio, right? Maybe. You know, I wish I was reading those since the beginning. I completely ignore them. But yeah. I thought that Ohio was on the west. Maybe not. I mean, what else could OH stand for? It could stand for All Hampshire, since there is a New Hampshire. Probably not. Or maybe, I mean, I don't know. You know that there is a North Dakota and a South Dakota, so if there is a New Hampshire, there could be an old one, right? Probably not, I don't know. It's just that it's pretty hard to remember stuff about a country that you don't live in, you know? If you show me a map of my country, I could easily name you every province and almost every capital city of each province. I say almost because I think a couple of them I forgot, but it should be fine. The USA obviously is not my country, so... I only know things... Ah, fuck. I only know things by simply seeing it in media. And well, a lot of media comes from the USA, so... You end up learning a lot about the USA, even if you don't want to. Yeah, this game is a good example, of course.
They're coming for you, Jack.
What? Oh yeah, the mob is here. Well, tell them to mind their own business. I mean, I know that it's hard to make a game like this where the mafia is after you and it's hard to make the mafia seem competent, but I feel like if you're gonna have them, you probably shouldn't give them guns. Because if you give them guns, it's pretty hard to think of it as, you know, like them not being able to kill you easily. If you just use the premise that they, for whatever reason, cannot use guns, I feel like it makes more sense. Like, it's easier to think of it as like you're a very good driver and you're avoiding them. I mean, it's still bullshit because they could just deploy a spike strip in one of the routes and that's it, but yeah, I guess it's just hard to add a mafia and make them not seem like total idiots without the game ending soon, right? But it's fine. So it seems that we're still on a highway, right? Well, they call it freeway, but I'm assuming it's gonna be a highway. I feel like it would be a little bit lame if it was only urban stuff until New York, right? Bro, you didn't even let me start. What's wrong with you? I just got here. Yeah, avoid gunfire. Whoa, you want me to fly? Like, I didn't even have nitro to use because it was the beginning of the event. Ah, fuck, okay. Now it's even more fucked up to think about the first mission, because the first mission really had all the ingredients to be one of the hardest missions in the game, and yet they were like, no, this makes sense as the first mission. I mean, it's a very strong start. I feel like the part with the train, but maybe in lower difficulties it's trivial. Oh, apparently I got rid of one of them. Or maybe that was a script. I mean, most of the things in this game are scripted, so that's probably no exception. Oh, damn. Trying a roadblock. I only one more rival. What? What did I crash against? Did the invisible mob hit me? You know that aside from guns they had such advanced gear. Unfortunately that's gonna make me... Oh, never mind, yeah, don't worry. Trust the script. The script won't let you down. Okay. Got it. And we're getting pretty quickly to first. I guess that really means that challenge series will happen today no matter what. But I guess in reality it's probably a game that you're mostly intended to beat in one session, though I feel like even if I manage to beat every single event on the first try, you will still need like around 4 hours to beat the game, right? Well, I don't know how much is left, but between the loading screens, which again shouldn't be this long with the setup I have, and the fact that these guys are still bothering me. Oh, and the chopper is back. Man, I think that the police is not very useful. Like, how is this thing still there? Like, shouldn't they have sent the army at this point? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like here you're starting with the premise that I somehow can go faster at the beginning than you think, but no, I don't. I don't think I'm surviving this one either. Extremely slow, but I think I can go much faster. Apparently I survived that. Well, this is a pretty cool section. Huh. And with some dodging stuff. You know what? It really feels that, even though, I mean, it's not like the game I'm about to mention invented anything out of the ordinary, but it really feels like a lot of these events are inspired by F-Zero Shields, because in F-Zero Shields you also have like a tunnel section that you need to escape by dodging left and right. Again, like F-Zero Shields didn't invent that, but just that as a racing game. Well, a game that I haven't played is GoldenEye. Maybe that game has stuff like that, I don't know. Wait, is this a shortcut? Apparently. Okay, nice. Wait, where did you came from? Like, you weren't this close. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I gotta admit that... Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Yeah, I tried to steer, but I couldn't. Well, funny to see the other car approach me like that, though. Alright. Where is the checkpoint? Well, yeah, it's at the exit of the other place. So here, the hard thing is doing like that slalom movement properly, I guess. Like, this car doesn't handle badly, but yeah, you need to kind of preemptively do it to not get hit. Okay, survive. Oh, wait, no, that's scripted, don't worry. Well, yeah, avoid the gunfire. Well, how about avoid the cutscene? Huh. I'm doing the police job for them.
Jack, talk to me. What's going on?
I need new wheels, now!
Okay. Go see a man named Yuri at 4th and Industrial.
I don't think that after that you only need new wheels. I think that wheels should be the list of your problems. Like, what about the engine, the body? What about the brakes, the suspension? I think that the wheels really are the least of your worries. It's fine, don't worry. Oh, there's gonna be a cutscene probably. So who is this Yuri guy? Or is it a guy? I don't know. Well, she said that it was a guy, I think.
Hello?
It's gonna be a quick time event, I wonder.
Yuri!
Isn't that a pit bull?
You seem to know me. But I do not know you.
Sam sent me.
Easy, Shevchenko. He's a friend.
This guy is supposed to be Russian? And that sounds like a Russian name for the dog. Oh, and we have new cars. Well, yeah, that makes more sense. So it's the Porsche, Pagani Huayra, and another Lambo. Which Porsche? Oh, tier 5. Holy shit, okay. Well, we are not getting this one apparently. I wouldn't have picked it anyways because I already picked a Lambo. So it's between the Pagani Huayra. I think I'm picking this one simply because it says that the Porsche has easy handling. I'm not a fan of that. Well, not to mention this one is faster though with worse acceleration, but... yeah, I could go though. I also like the way this car looks, but I really get turned off by the easy handling, I gotta say. Not sure. I really like the way this car looks, and the Pagani Huayra is a car that I think that it doesn't compare with the Sonda with how nice it looks. Like the Sonda looks better, so I think I'll go for the Porsche. Yeah, whatever, easy handling, it is what it is. Well, not to mention that I didn't really pick a car with easy handling before. Like the first one I think was normal, the second one was like challenging or whatever, the third one was normal, and this one will be easy. Though something tells me that the handling being easy doesn't really matter too much, because if there are things like checkpoints, I will assume that the top speed is more relevant, so yeah, maybe it doesn't make a difference, I don't know. Not to mention that Pagani Huayra, regardless of what I might think about the model itself, the fact that it was such a plain color, while this one is like built like a racing, well, built, at least it's decorated like a racing car, it seemed like a very obvious choice for me. But then again, the handling being easy, it's whatever. I mean, the difficulty of the game is still hard, according to the game, so yeah, I don't think it matters. So apparently this will be the last location before New York. For having easy handling, you didn't take that corner for free. It's fine. So interestingly, that there is a tier 5. I think that this is the game, the Need for Speed game that has tiers, that has the most amount of tiers so far, right? Because the lowest amount of tiers is 3, but then the previous highest was 4, I'm pretty sure. They have Undercover and Need for Speed Shift 1, I think, with 4 tiers. So yeah. Unless Shift 1 had 5? I actually don't remember. No, that wasn't... No, it's fine. There's something weird on my car. Like one of the textures is glitching out, right? Like one of my doors is glitching out. Unless it's out to come out. Well, maybe that's what's happening though. With that much movement it would have already came out, I would assume. No. Really? It wasn't the upcoming car, it was the fucking post that got me. It's fine. Interesting to randomly shoot seaplanes. At least they are not shooting at me. Also, how is it going, Cloncat? This game looks so arcadey. Well, compared to the previous one, I think every game is gonna look arcadey, yeah. This is a game that is definitely very, very casual. Like, it's a game that is mostly about, you know, you're supposed to go from West Coast to East Coast. You're supposed to do the run. That's why it's called the run. You do the run from coast to coast. And yeah, it's basically, well, to give you an idea, it has difficulties that you can pick. So it certainly was made with a casual audience in mind, and not to mention quick time events. Well, I was gonna say nothing spells more casual like quick time events, but I remember God of War having quick time events, and the PS2 God of Wars were not easy. Well, at least not in the hardest difficulties. So here is PA and WV. PA, I wouldn't assume it's Philadelphia. I would be probably PH, so PA, what could it be? And WV is even worse, because the only W state that I know is Wyoming, but WV, it's also not Wisconsin. There is no V in Wisconsin.
Westbound on I-75.
What could it be?
Affirmative, can I get your 20?
I don't know. And yeah, PA, I also don't know what it would be. My bad. It's fine, don't worry about it. Also, by the way, Clonka, how are you doing with Blue Revolver? Did you try to go for a 1 coin clear? Or are you still... ah, fuck. Are you still working on it?
All units get mobile, go, go, go! He's still moving, still moving! Zulu 3-3, join the pursuit.
Every race is a sprint.
Not gonna last much longer.
Yes, but not every event is a race. Like, you have events that are checkpoints. Well, and that's pretty much it. Well, you do have some sequences that are pretty cinematic where you like have to avoid lethal obstacles, and it looks super cool. But yes, anytime there is a race involved, it's definitely a sprint. Get on. It would have been nice if the cutscene didn't destroy my speed like that. But you basically have race, then you have like a rival thing where you have to overtake a rival in the next like 30 seconds, and if you maintain the position you keep going. Then there is the checkpoint thing that I mentioned, that is you need to go through certain checkpoints before the time runs out. And yeah, then you have, as I say, the things where you survive. Wow, I lost by quite a lot here. I don't think that here like doing a reset is gonna be enough to win. Still working on Blue Revolver, shit gets hard. Are you playing on... what was the first difficulty was called normal, right? Are you trying on normal, or are you like trying on hyper? Because on normal I don't really remember what it had. I mean, it had lower levels on the patterns, I think, but... Oh, you're trying on hyper. Well, yeah. Keep in mind that in hyper, the final boss is as hard as on the hardest difficulty, pretty much, because by the time that you reach the final boss, you are at rank 5, or at least very close to rank 5, and that's how you fight the boss in parallel. So, I don't know if in hyper the final boss has bomb shield. Like in parallel it has bomb shield, like every time that you bomb it deals no damage and you don't get any meter for it. But I don't remember in hyper if it had bomb shield. But the point is that pattern wise it's as hard as the hardest difficulty. So the best recommendation I could give you is practice the final boss. And for the rest of the bosses, well, I mean, maybe it's not a good recommendation, but they basically bomb on their faces and then spam the special weapon on them. Like the third and the fourth, well, actually you could say the same thing about every boss, but then again, parallel also gives you more bombs, so maybe it doesn't really apply what I'm telling you. Like, in parallel you get a lot of bombs. So basically almost every boss, my strategy is simply flying up to them, bombing, and then spamming the special weapon. And that way I pretty much skip almost all of the boss fights. Especially the stage 4 boss. Like the stage 4 boss, I don't think I even try to do a single pattern unless I don't have bombs and I just kinda surviving with what I have. Okay, that's ultra hard to dodge. Because they completely block the right side, and if you're not already on the left side, you don't have enough time to react. That's fucked up. I guess this time I'll be on the left side then.
No visual on suspect. PCP. Cancel PCP. I have him here.
I'll be there on the left side.
Yeah, clear from roadblocks. Bigger the better.
Okay, so here stay on the left side. Well, and then the middle, I guess.
Pursuit code 3. Pursuit code 3.
Well, another advice that I can give you for Blue Revolver is, unless you really want to do it with a specific shot type, is pick Pierce Lancer, which is the D shot type. D is the blonde girl, the one on the right in the selection screen. So you pick that and Pierce Lancer, and yeah, shit becomes pretty, like, a lot easier than with most of the shot types in the game. Then you also have two other shot types that are kinda broken as well, but they kinda require playing a little bit more in a more unorthodox way, right? Which are like the vortex barrier and I don't remember what the other one was called. Like, it's a gravity field that returns bullets. It was called, I don't remember actually. Like, would you try having playing with my laser? Well, my laser is a good shot type, or rather it's a very standard shot type. But the thing is that the game has a lot of broken shot types, and one of them is the one I'm just telling you, like the Pierce Lancer. Mila Belova. I wonder if they are gonna make a specific cutscene for this girl like they did. No, they don't. No, basically, once they... Oh wait, this is another Nissan Seed. This is the second fucking boss with a Nissan Seed. What the fuck is your obsession with this shitty ass car? That was not off track. I was out to say that, like, the only rival they bother with is those two girls, and then every time like one of these special quote-unquote bosses came, they did not bother at all presenting them, aside from that weird, you know, description that is like like, you know, show don't tell, right? That should be how it is, but it's whatever. Yeah, my favorite car, I know. Well, not only they used it twice, they used it 3 times technically, because the other driver that had them, they were 2 of them. They work as a pair. Fucking shitty ass car. In any case, yes, my recommendation is the Pierce Lancer, because she essentially has, as an unfocused shot type, she has like a spread one, so for stages it makes it very easy. And as a special weapon, it has what I think it's the most powerful special weapon in the game. So yeah, Pierce Lancer, if you want a 1 coin clear no matter what, that's the shot type I will use. And yeah, as I say, then you have my vortex barrier that is very good. But yeah, you need to be very unorthodox in the way you play. So no, that's the recommendation. Like, choose the Pierce Lancer and nothing else. You will worry about the rest some other time, but if you want that first one going clear, it has to be the Pierce Lancer. Though if you do want the first one going clear with Mae, because you know every character has a different ending, and Mae is basically Mae has the only normal ending, because the other characters are kinda supposed to be extras. So Mae is the only one that actually follows a coherent story. So if you really want to beat the game with Mae, yeah, I would suggest Vertex Barrier. That will be the idea. Like, because I remember that Vertex Barrier had a very fucked up passive that gave you, like, I don't know, like an extra life. But I don't remember what the condition was for the extra life. No, I think it gave you an extra bomb every time that a bomb showed up. Yeah, also, yeah, it is indeed the Nissan Seal. But yeah, those are the two things I can tell you. Apparently we're in a state called MD. MD's nuts. Oh, we have a checkpoint here. This is the one that could be hard. So MD will stand for... No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, we also have the cops. And not just the cops, but a Lambo. Well, that's the same car I was using yesterday, the Gallardo. Nice brake check, you moron. You're not checking anyone like that.
Suspect won't pull over. Switch to advanced tactics.
Even if you tell me to hurry up, you know, it's not gonna make me go faster magically. Wow, okay. This guy should zoom past me. I love Lamborghini names. What I love the most about Lamborghini names is all these cars have different names and yet they look like 90% the same. Like, if you put like a gun in my head, right? And you tell me, okay, this is a Lamborghini Gallardo, this is an Aventador, this is a Murciélago, and this is a Reventón. Tell me which one is which. You will probably just like blow my brains out. Because there is no way I will be able to differentiate them. So yeah, that's the funny thing. Like, that's the funnier thing about Lamborghini cars. Like, well, it's the same with Porsche, ironically, the car I'm using right now. Yeah, you tell me... Well, and it's even worse with Porsche because oftentimes different models have pretty much the same name. Like, half of the Porsche Sport models are the 911 model. It's just that they add additional letters at the end, or like special edition or whatever edition. So yeah, pretty funny. Oh, PA probably was Pennsylvania. And then Not sure. Well, Maryland was probably one of the ones that we went through as well. Yeah. It's just a lot of... Well, right there you can actually tell the states, like Oklahoma. I think it says Mississippi there. Kentucky, Tennessee, right? Or whatever you pronounce that. Man, I guess you have that. But wait, is this the final stage? Because, I mean, we are already reaching New York. Yeah, it is. Like, that's meant to be New York. It seems that they just call it East Coast in case there is any doubt. So, Eddie Cook. Okay. Yeah, pretty cool. Shame that all of that doesn't matter at all, but it's fine.
It's the final leg. Bring it home, Jack. I'll see you in Manhattan.
Bring it home? Why are we British? Come on. Like, there is nothing more American than this competition, and you're saying bring it home? Come on. Can't believe I have a traitor in my team. You know that I even declined the Aston Martin. Ah, fuck. Like, none of the cars that I use in this game were British. And yet... Well, the cars that I used were well, first of all, an Audi at the beginning of the game, so that's Sherman. Then the first one I picked was the BMW, also Sherman. Then after that there was the Lamborghini Gallardo that was Italian. Then after that another Audi that is also Sherman, and then the Porsche that is Sherman as well. Alright. Maybe I'm... She's not the only traitor in the team after all. Though, to be fair, of the American cars that you could pick, the only one that was American was the Shelby at the beginning of the game, because, yeah, it's the only one, because the second wave of cars, you had the Aston Martin and another Porsche that obviously neither are American. Then all of the ones on the third one were Audis. And then on this fourth one you had the Pagani Huayra that is Italian. And well, the other one that I couldn't pick was the Lamborghini, which was also Italian. So I guess the only way to truly be American in this difficulty is by picking the Shelby, and then that's it. Like, that's as American as the run will get. Oh well. I feel like that's a little bit weird for such an American event to not really have many American cars to pick from, you know? It's whatever. I mean, not really that big of a fan anyways of a lot of American cars, so... Not to mention that I think that the few American cars that I like, I already used it in previous Need for Speed games, as in I chose them. Well, speaking of American car, I choose like the Ford GT and the Chevrolet Corvette, like the C6 or whatever. Those are pretty much like some of the few American models I like. So yeah, I mean, I do recognize that, for example, the Ford Mustang is super iconic and whatever, but and so is the Chevrolet Camaro and all of that, but it's not like I'm the biggest fan of those cars anyways, you know? So I think that... I feel like, honestly, the big majority of cars I like are European. Well, my favorite car is Japanese, the R34, but... Well, the Japanese have a lot of pretty cool cars, but I think that when it comes to variety, well, it makes sense that it will be European because yes, Europe has like what, like 10 countries that produce cars, so yeah, there will be variety, of course. Yeah, like I like Lamborghini cars. I like well, Pagani I like as well. Like, what else? Well, the Aston Martin cars, the Ferrari cars. So that's the thing. An Italian company that is super prominent and it hasn't shown up in a long time in Need for Speed games is Ferrari. I think it showed up in the OGs and then never again. Because the Ferrari license is very expensive. If not even Electronic Arts could get it. But yeah, like, well, and I like some BMWs, I like Porsche to some degree. I think that overall, when it comes to the region with the most amount of cars that I like, it's probably Europe, but I think that that's also cheating. Like, you're counting several countries versus just two, which are USA or Japan. They are also very particular with their image, so maybe it was just not worth it. Yeah, it's possible. It's just that Ferrari... It's interesting that, for example, Drive Club have the license for Ferrari, and Drive Club also... Well, I guess Drive Club at worst has your car be smashed a little bit, but you don't really run away from the police or shit like it happens here. So yeah, you might be right, though I'm pretty sure that the first Need for Speed games, like the classic ones, had a Ferrari, though it's also true that those games... Well, actually, Need for Speed 3 had the police. Are you kidding me? I'm just not used to see those arrows and them not being solid. Like, them not being a wall. Like, here they are an actual hologram. It feels weird to see that. No, but it's fine. This is not the run. I guess this is not the run. Correct. How is it going, Wasabi? Yeah, I think European cars have a lot of good shit in them. But yeah, it's... I guess I really appreciate every car, you know? Well, every car, no, but I mean every country that manufactures cars. In fact, you know, I should really investigate a modern... Well, I mean, yeah, you have Need for Speed Hit and Unbound that are relatively modern, but we'll have to see like a relatively modern arcade racing game that has like actual official brands. It would be pretty nice to run in like current day models and see cars from countries that usually don't appear too much on video games. Like, for example, there are a lot of Chinese cars nowadays that do not show up in any of these video games because back then China didn't really have a strong car manufacturer presence. So I would like to see like modern, because when it comes to modern racing games that use actual license, you usually look at simulators, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in arcade games, right? So I guess obviously here, once I get to the end of the Need for Speed series, that's probably what I'm looking for. It's probably there. But yeah, in case it's not there, I wonder what other racing video game has actual licenses. I don't think there are many, because getting actual license from car companies and just make an arcade game feels like it's simply not worth it, right? Like, it's not gonna give you enough profit to justify the money that you're... Oh wow, I fucked that guy up. If you look at the radar, that guy just died. It was pretty funny. But I don't think that the costs for the license will justify the very low profits that they will get. So back then, where licenses were probably a lot cheaper, maybe, but nowadays, where licenses are probably like super expensive, yeah, I don't think that there will be many, and I don't think there's really many high-profile companies making arcade racing games, you know. Well, there is actually one game on Steam that I actually own that is Car Edge Street Racing, I think. That game, I played it a very long time ago and I barely did anything. I should play that game again. You need a license either way. How else you expect to legally be able to drive a car? Well, I let you know that I don't have a license, and yet I've been driving all these cars in all these games. So I guess the police now is after me, huh? Maybe. So we are in New Jersey. So apparently New Jersey is the biggest country that is closer to New York. Well, they are both very new, I guess. But yeah.
We're so close, Jack. You can do this.
Well, since you were asking, Clone Cat, this is one of those events that are slightly different. You're intended to overtake this car in the timer that it shows above, and once you overtake, obviously you're intended to maintain the position for the remnant of that timer. With how I just murdered that guy, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, this is like slightly a different type of event. It's a shame that you didn't see the ones that are about surviving, because they get quite spectacular. Especially the one that happened in the mountain with the avalanche. That one was fantastic. There was also like an escape sequence with an attack helicopter in the middle of a city. It was pretty cool. You are intended to kill him, of course. I mean, the only rule of this race is that there are no rules, so... Oh, you know, I just remember something. Something pretty funny, by the way. Well, pretty funny and pretty frustrating at the same time. Well, you know that the plot of Steel Ball Run, the part 7 of JoJo, is that they have a horse race across the country from West Coast to East Coast. Well, it's pretty much the same as what you do here, just with horses instead of cars. And you know what's the funny thing? Well, you might know that one episode released like a couple of weeks ago that was like 40-something minutes. Well, you know what the anime studio that is working on it revealed? That the rest of the anime is gonna be like separated in stages with some episodes each, and that the next stage will be in fall of this year. So that means at the very least September. So until September you won't have the second episode. Can you believe that? Also, I lose. Oopsies. But yeah, until September there won't be a second episode, and when September arrives there will be like... Oh, what? Oh, that was weird. When September arrives, apparently there will be a weekly release of episodes. Like there probably will be like 10 episodes that get released weekly. And then there will be another break of multiple months until you get the next batch of episodes. Can you fucking believe that? Yeah, I was worried about being monthly. Well, there are some people that apparently leak a schedule that I'm not sure if it's a fake, it's most likely a fake, but apparently the schedule is that the next stage is like, I think it was October or something. Then the one afterwards is like in, I think June of 2027. And then I lost again because this fucking asshole keeps overtaking me on the corners. But no, then it's like it keeps going until 2028. Like there are several months in between each of these releases. These releases that are, by the way, pretty much batch releases. It's just that they decide to release it weekly because of the complaints. But when it comes to the time they take the same. They will have taken the same amount even if they are not batch releases, you know? So it's quite fucked up, really. So fuck me, I guess. Like the only anime that manages to catch me in several years has one of the worst release schedules in history. Very, very messed up. Extremely messed up. And even more, dude, this guy. I think that at this point it's better to just restart the whole event, right? I might as well. Though, I mean, there's one reset left, which is that one, but. Damn it, this guy is an asshole. For not letting me overtake, of course. And I did try taking him down, but it doesn't really work that well. I'm not sure what car it is. At the beginning I thought from afar that it was the Gampert Apollo, but no, I think it's simply another Porsche. In fact, isn't it the same car I'm using? I think it might be the same car I'm using. Man, he really seems to be taking these corners in a way that it's impossible to crash him, no matter what you do. Hey, you're fucked. Ah, fuck you, dude. Damn it. It's fine. The point is that it kinda really sucks that Steel Ball Run is something that you won't be able to finish until 2028. Pretty cool, honestly. But I just don't understand. How is the development time of everything getting longer? Like, what's going on, guys? It's not just video games, like it's also movies, and in this case an anime. Like, what's going on? Like, did everyone competent just die, or what's going on? Like, there is no way to make things in a reasonable amount of time anymore. And I do understand that animation is hard to do and all of that, but the point is that it's I can't fucking believe that. The point is that it's not something new, just like video games, you know? And it's not like the quality of the animation is better than things that released before. It's good, but it's nothing extraordinary. And the same applies to games. It's not like the game's graphics or mechanics in most of the cases are more complex than shit that released like this game that released 15 years ago. Labor laws were a mistake. Well, you could say that it's that, but I don't know, dude. I'm pretty sure that in Japan workers are still exploited a lot. Maybe not in the way they were exploited in the 90s, because the animation industry is ultra fucked up when it comes to that, but really, I guess we're not making this race in a reasonable time either. Nice, that's pretty cool. Well, to be fair, we're getting to the end of the game, so it shouldn't surprise me that things are starting to actually get hard now. But yeah, the point is that yeah, I don't think that worker conditions have turned like a lot better for Japan. But yeah, I don't know. And with video games, like, I do know that video games have a fame of crunching developers, but I don't think that has changed either, you know? Like, there might be more awareness now, but I'm pretty sure that companies still do it. Like, I don't think they stop. Not to mention that, you know, that a lot of people say that getting a job as a developer is not as easy now as it was before, so I cannot imagine them precisely having a shortage of developers. I don't know. And I'm pretty sure that not even the CEOs know. I mean, after all, CEOs nowadays usually have absolutely nothing to do with the company anyways. They are just random people that they hire from God knows where, and they are simply there as, I don't know, as a puppet for the investors, I guess. That's the thing, it feels like it's something that not only I don't know, but like, I think that nobody knows. Not even the people involved in that. So it's just weird. Feels like there really is a competency crisis everywhere. But yeah, whatever. At least in this case it's only entertainment, so it's not that big of a deal. The problem is when that crisis is like extends to shit like, you know, health service, or, you know, things like people that pilot planes, like commercial planes, right? That is a problem. No, that's... Oh, man, this final section is fucking impossible. I legitimately cannot do this final section. And I'm trying to take that guy out, but I can't. Like, I legitimately cannot take him down no matter what. I guess I need to... Like, that's the thing. I think I need to try harder to take him down. Like, I'm only ramming him slightly. I need to really fuck him up. But can I even do that? Maybe with the nitro? Okay, yeah, that won't work. Like a full T-bone hit at max speed. He could still recover, well, in fact he's already recovering. And he might overtake here regardless. No, I think he's too far though, there is still one more corner. It's right there, but yeah, he won't overtake. So yeah, I guess the solution is fucking kill him. Like, forget about racing, just kill him. Like, get rid of him. He's out. Well, that's a way to win, of course. And as I say, the only rule is that there are no rules. So yeah, too bad for you, of course. Alright, yeah, this guy, didn't we already see this guy? Oh, because, okay. We probably seen the brother of this guy, but he looks exactly the same as the other one. Like, isn't it the same one? It even has the same tattoo and everything. I mean, I never took him down, I guess, but... Alright. Yeah, I'm almost sure I already defeated this guy. So I feel like it's a little bit anticlimactic. Well, I'm not sure if it's anticlimactic, but I would have preferred like the final race for the first place to be between like multiple cars. But I guess, yeah, it's more special if you actually do have like 3 bosses that are different at the end. Makes sense. That was weird. Yeah, I'm not taking the gas station. No, it seems that here because of the police there won't be that much of a difficulty in winning this. Since you don't well, not to mention the police and also this gigantic shortcut. I mean, look at this shortcut, dude. That's fucked up. Well, actually, I didn't check, but in the top right it tells you how far this guy is. He's 20 seconds away. Like, at that point, might as well give up. Well, I mean, in a race like this, you will never give up, and it's a marathon. In a marathon, you getting to the end is all... You have to be shitting me. Did you see that shit? I took that guy down, the camera took over, it pointed at that, and I ended up crashing against a random traffic car because of it. Yeah, very well done. Amazingly done. At least the game didn't forget the distance that my rival car is at. He's still more than 20 seconds away. And the race is about to be done anyway, so... He's definitely not recovering. Okay. Also, what the fuck is this song? What a shitty ass song. Right. I won with 25 seconds of advantage. And this guy is supposed to be like this game's concept of boss. I'm not sure who are you bossing though, certainly not me. But yeah. Well, sure. Here, unless they are like another checkpoint or another survival event, there should only be 2 remaining. Wait, you have to be... I already raced against this guy. Yeah, and that was... Okay, so the previous one I also did race against it, but I also raced against this one. So now you're recycling characters, really? As if there was anything remarkable about them. Because here, since I already overtook them, what doesn't make any sense...
It's almost ours, Jack. Close it out.
Like, what doesn't make sense is that overtaking them again will be winning position. It will make sense if they came from behind, right? Like, they came from behind and you were simply supposed to defend your current position, but this doesn't make any sense. Like, I already beat this guy, so he should have been behind me, but according to the game now, well, I guess technically you could say that. No, but it doesn't make any sense to say that he overtook, simply because the position never really changed. I guess if you want to justify it, you could say that someone else abandoned the race and he overtook you. But like at that point you're simply justifying the game's laziness. Also, we are slowly getting to New York. You could see the Statue of Liberty in the background there, which is pretty cool, seeing how you slowly approach it. It's the Robot Master boss rush. I was thinking about something like that, right? Yeah, pretty much. Remember these guys that you already beat? Well, beat them all again in a row. But at least here there is at least a checkpoint in between each one of them. So they are not that cruel. It's also pretty messed up because it feels like the physics are perfectly crafted, so you can hit someone from the side like that and they perfectly, or rather you perfectly line up for the exit of the corner. That's so fucked up. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking the shortcut, of course. No, I'm breaking a lot, but ooh, that was very close. I almost hit the division between the different tolls. That's fucked up. Alright, so yeah, I'm assuming that only the final boss remains. Though you already know how it is when it comes to Need for Speed and final bosses. Like, every final boss of every Need for Speed game is pretty much the same as a regular opponent, so I don't expect anything, but we will see. Yeah, like, this most likely is just gonna be yet another, well, and it's this asshole, of course, the mob guy. That's fitting. It's just that this guy, like, I cannot take this guy seriously. Like, this guy should have already killed me at the beginning of the game. Like, he just looks like a joke to me, you know? Like, how could I take him seriously? At least...
This is it, Jack. Take him down and it's over.
Win the run. That's a cool objective, though, saying win the run. The point is that... this guy is a moron. It's nice that the game tries to build him up in how, in a lot of cutscenes, he like basically hits you to try to take you out and you need to recover. But it's just the fact that he's like a mob, like a mafia guy that is supposed to take you out, and he cannot do that even with guns, and with you being in a completely disadvantageous position at the beginning of the game. Is like no, I cannot take this guy seriously. Hey, this guy is a moron. I see, for example, at least final bosses like Razor, even though gameplay wise they were an absolute joke, at least the motivations and the way they confronted you more or less made sense, because, you know, it was all about pride between racers. It wasn't really about them really wanting to kill you, right? It still didn't make that much sense at the end of the day, because like he used like your car, right? Like he beat you, or well, rather beat you and stole your car, and he's out there being like, ha, I'm so good, and the guy's just basically using your car, right? Like, like, come on, dude, like, you're bragging that you're using my car. That just means that you are shit at tuning your own car. Also, this is pretty hard. I don't think I can stay on the side here. Like I think, like if I'm supposed to dodge from right to left, this is actually very hard. Let's see if there is enough space. It will heavily depend on the car, and not to mention that you will actually lose time doing this. But technically it's possible. I guess if your idea is surviving, it might be worth it, but you will lose a lot of time. Oh well. Might lose a lot of time, but at least, yeah, surviving the... So I guess they technically take this mission as one of those that you're kinda supposed to survive. Just that here there are no epic like demolitions or anything like that. It's just surviving the traffic, which is something that you already did the rest of the game, you know. Oh, never mind. Wait, you weren't next to me? You are an absolute liar. You were not next to me. You were pretty far behind me, mister. Wait, is this gonna be another train? Okay, this guy has some luck with trains. You have a magnet for trains. There is a train behind me, right? There is. That's pretty cool though. Oh shit. Yeah, that was a pretty cool sequence. I mean, all of the sequences of this kind are cool in the game. It's certainly what the game does best. It's a shame that there were only like, what, 3 of them? Or maybe 4, but not more. And I understand, I mean, doing sequence like this is very expensive, but... Oh shit, damn, that's pretty cool too. Using the banking to dodge the train, that's super cool. Alright. Yeah, it's something, wait. Oh, I was supposed to go left. Well, look, technically I did dodge that. You know, technically... Oh, really? It counted the checkpoint for after that, so... I didn't manage to dodge that properly, but the game is like, nah, bro, you got it, don't worry about it. Well, that's pretty kind of you. It's a shame because I kind of wanted to see what it looked like dodging that train in particular. Nah, it's fine, we already dodged many trains, I cannot complain. No, fuck. Oh, I think it's because the asphalt was wet. I didn't have enough grip to properly steer there on that corner. Sorry. Okay, yeah, don't worry. That's also part of what you're supposed to dodge. You're supposed to dodge the sneeze. I promise that actually fucked me up. Don't think I can reach this guy now. Damn it, come on, dude, I really need... Oh, never mind, we teleported next to them. Yeah, don't worry about it. We just teleported. So basically here, if we were losing, we would also probably... Oh, he died. He crashed against something. Yeah, and he teleported again. Nice. Why are those glasses randomly shattering there? Okay, that one made more sense. Like, I understand trying to make things cinematic there, but that teleportation was pretty silly. Shaq Rourke is the name of this guy. Alright, so I beat the game. I'm assuming, well, it says continue the run, so maybe not yet, but... Well, Brooklyn. 8 hours later. But I won the run, so how could we possibly continue it? And why am I alone after winning an event that is supposed to be multi-millionaire? I wouldn't be so safe walking alone like this, not to mention there will be people trying to talk to me, right? So now what? We're...
I fixed your problem. They won't be bothering you again.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Your cut's in a deposit box in Grand Central Station.
So I gotta drive there?
It's more than enough cash for you to go and kick back for a while.
Kick back.
Yeah, you know. Relax, take it easy, put your feet up. Or maybe, if you're interested in doubling down, I just got a call.
Well, we should go back to the West Coast. Can you imagine? That would be cool, but no, that's not gonna be the case. No, there it is. Well, this was a, yes, Shishis, yes. I can confirm Shishis. This was a pretty bizarre game, honestly. I don't think it's more bizarre than Nitro. Nitro is still the most bizarre and also the shittiest game in the series, but this one, I like it. I do think that the concept is cool, but it could have been done better. Like, there are a lot of times where you are like, but wait, this, like, the position has nothing to do with what's going on the screen, right? So the concept of going, well, obviously from the coast to coast thing, it's pretty cool. If you ask me, I think that Cruising USA in the Nintendo 64 did it better. Like, the illusion of you going from coast to coast feels more genuine in that game, even though it had very old graphics. I mean, here, even though the game is telling you that you're going through all these places, it kind of just feels like you're stitching levels together, which is what's happening. Yeah, but I mean that I don't really feel like I'm going coast to coast, right? I feel like for that, the UI should make a better job. Not to mention, I feel like there should be more emphasis on the cities. Like, so far you only go to 4 cities, which are San Francisco, Las Vegas, Chicago, and New York. Well, and technically New Jersey, sure, but I mean that I feel like in order to make it feel like I'm really going around the country, there should be something more.
How's it going down there?
Also, is this a Dodge Challenger, what I'm driving?
There's no place I'd rather be.
Well, you'd probably rather be not right in front of 6 police cars, I would assume. But yeah, I do think that it's a nice concept, but probably not very well executed. It says skip, but I do wonder how long these credits are. I do want to keep them going, though. The fact that already the first thing that the game shows is a skip, it scares me a little bit. But no, it's fine. Yeah, well, here, since there's more than enough time on the stream and since the game was pretty short. By the way, the shortest Need for Speed game since the series starts with Underground, right? Like, Underground wasn't short, but what I'm trying to say is that since that kind of reboot of the series with Underground, this has been the shortest game. Like, even shorter than Nitro. And, well, even shorter than... well, other games are not really that short, really. But yeah, it's certainly the shortest one so far. That's not a bad thing. I do think that at the same time, it's not a very good length if your idea is like doing this on a single session. Like, yeah, you could make a session of like almost 5 hours to beat the whole game, but I feel like it doesn't fit the arcadey stuff that will be like finishing a game in a single run. But it also is not long enough to be an experience like, I don't know, Underground or Most Wanted or whatever, right? But it really feels like the length is in a middle ground that I feel like it's not very good. But at the same time, I guess, like if one weekend, for example, it's a Saturday and you say, you know what, I want to do a run, I want to do the run, right? And you do the run in 5 hours, yeah, sure, like that's a nice way to spend the day, though. I would want to assume that you will probably do it with friends, because playing this game for 5 hours, like alone after already having beaten it, I don't know about that. Well, here you do have an additional difficulty, so like there is that sort of replayability, but yeah, at the same time, I think that I'm not really sure if I will be interested in replaying outside of that, because it's just like, as I say, it's a game that is not short enough to really justify doing a run, but it is also not long enough to be like a more traditional playthrough, right? So it's, as I say, a weird middle ground that doesn't really go anywhere, but it's fine. Like, I will say that it's a cool game. Like, I will put this game like probably around the same level as Underground, because Underground, well, both 1 and 2 are games that I don't feel very strongly about them. Like, some people love them, I don't, but I also don't dislike them. I will put this game there. Like, it's not in the level of Carbon at all, or Most Wanted, but it's certainly not terrible. I also wouldn't call it bad, but yeah, it's like there. It's okay. I think that's the best way I can describe the game. It's okay, has a good concept that I don't think it was executed that well, but at least it's nice. It's pretty clear that those survival sequences are extremely well done, and in fact, yeah, the game will be a lot better if it was more of that, but it's pretty clear that that sort of shit obviously has a very big budget, so the fact that there were only 4 events makes sense. Otherwise the game will be a lot more expensive, I would assume, to make, which I'm assuming that it's already quite expensive with all these licenses and shit, not to mention the mo capture and all of that. So yeah, I guess it's as I say, it's okay. It's an okay game. Even you could call it good. I think I will be willing to call it good, but yeah, it's it's just there. Like, not more than good. It's good. Yeah, there. Okay, so the credits are over now. Well, it's not over yet for the game, because you still have the challenge series. Normally I would have planned to do the challenge series in a separate stream than this one, but since this game was so short, might as well do the challenge series right now, right? Like, well, start them right now and finish them. I don't know. You know, it would be pretty funny if the challenge series were longer than the game itself. That will be the stuff of comedy. Conclude the run. What do you mean conclude? What do you want me to do here? Okay. Sure. And I unlock, oh yeah, the extreme difficulty unlock, of course. Yeah, and then it says start new. Well, I'll tell you something. I am interested, not anytime soon, like we're probably talking about years from today. I am interested in playing the last difficulty that I unlock, but yeah, not anytime soon. So no, right now my interest is in the challenge series. So, well, okay. So yeah, I guess it didn't bug out at all, like, you know, because the game crashed a couple of times where the message that one of these things was unlocked was, so, but yeah, it seems like all of them unlock. So what's this? So you have 5 missions. Wait a second, are these all time trials? Are you shitting me? No way you did the same thing that Most Wanted did. Really? These are all... No, dude, why would you do that? Fuck. Well, since I don't have anything better to do, I'll do it, but this is so lame. Like, you had both Carbon and Undercover to take from to do an actual nice challenge series, and yet you take from Most Wanted. Fuck, dude. Well, whatever. As I say, I don't have anything better to do right now. At least you can pick the car, so that's nice, I guess. Well, you cannot pick some of them, but I don't know, pick this one that I didn't pick in the actual game, though. Here I will assume that the choice will actually be important, because if the idea is beating one of the top times, you probably need a very specific car. Also, what medal is that other one supposed to be? Like, after gold, like, how is that called? I wonder. Yeah, whatever. Oh, it's a race. Okay, well, that's weird. So it's a race, but at the same time it's a time trial. Well, I guess that makes it a little bit more exciting, but what's certainly not exciting is driving this slow-ass car, because you know that the fact that I started like I started the game playing with one of the fastest categories because I picked hard difficulty, so playing with these slow-ass cars that are... Though, hold up, this car was something that you could pick at the beginning. Unless, like, that version had a lot of upgrades that made it tier 4, because I think I remember very clearly that it said that it was tier 4, didn't it? So, yeah, I guess. I'll tell you that I probably won't finish this challenge series at all, because not the biggest fan. Well, I mean, as I say, these are races at the same time that they are time attacks, but it's just that I feel like trying to fish for those medal times is gonna be extremely annoying, and I probably won't do it. Yeah, for example, that 155, yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, that ain't happening. Well, the gold medal is also not happening. And I think the silver one will happen. But, yeah. Alright. I can already tell you that I'm not gonna finish the challenge series. Like right now, I will guarantee you that I won't finish it. But man, that's such a turn off. The fact that you had two pretty nice games to copy the challenge series from, and you copied from the one that has the worst challenge series in the, well, series. That's very messed up. Whatever, it's fine. It's, at least we will have something to do for the rest of the stream, but I just wish it wasn't this. I'll tell you more. Not only I'm not interested to... Oh, we don't have many here, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Beat multiplayer objectives. Yeah, that's not happening. So some cars are unlockable. Is that a word? Probably not. I guess. But yeah, the point is that I'll tell you this. I won't finish this, so that means that when the stream is over today, I won't bother continuing this tomorrow, and I'm probably just gonna cut the video here. But when I say here, I don't mean here. I mean like before I start the challenge series, because I don't see any value on keeping this. since I'm not gonna go until the end with it, and you know, no, I guess it's better to not do it. Hey, that's messed up. I mean, I guess the most messed up thing, well, this one, for example, is an actual checkpoint event, not even a race. And well, maybe some of these are like one of those survival missions, while at the same time it's meant to be like a time trial, right? But yeah, I like the fact that there is time involved is to me a very big turn off. Like, I would rather not. So at least that means that we will be progressing towards the later game in the series faster than I was expecting. Because I mean, with Need for Speed Shift 2 taking 11 streams, I thought that, well, every other one will be like that, but well, not this one. The next game in the series is Most Wanted, like not the original, obviously, but we're talking about the reboot. That game I did play it and beat it, and I don't remember it being long at all. It's an open world game though, so I guess if you fool around the open world it could be long, but I think it's ultimately not that big of a deal. The point is that well, that the point is that that's the next game. It won't be the game I play tomorrow though. Like, tomorrow I want to play a shoot 'em up, so it's gonna be that. But after that, yeah, I guess we will go with Most Wanted. And Most Wanted, yes, I say it shouldn't be that long of a game either. The one that will be long is the one that comes after Most Wanted, which is Rivals. At least I remember Rivals being a long game, a very good one. I like Rivals a lot, but it certainly won't be short. So pretty nice to see the cars that I could never see before in the game, you know. And I'm seeing them now for like the first time. Pretty sweet. But, though I really want to know the name of the highest medal, because the other ones are obvious and even the game tells you, but the game doesn't tell you about the first one, like, unless you get it, I guess. But that is looking to be a problem, you know. So, you know that the driving in this game is a little bit awkward. Like, a lot of corners feels like you don't have like a lot of steering. Like, it's weird, especially coming from Hot Pursuit that has like a super intuitive driving style, though it makes sense considering that this game was made by Black Bots and wasn't made by Criterion Games, so the gameplay not being like exactly like Hot Pursuit makes sense, but I would have preferred if that was the case, you know. Would have been better if you ask me, but it's fine. Will this be the first time I get that medal, I wonder? Well, 10 seconds to reach the finish line. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I actually get it. Nice. The first time I get the top medal. So how is that medal called? Platinum? I guess that doesn't. I mean, I guess if you have imagination, it kinda looks platinum. It's just that that little fire kinda threw me off a little bit. Sure, it's platinum, okay. That's crazy because, like, right now, by looking at the challenge series like this, I feel like it kinda brought the concept of the game a little bit lower to me, you know? Really feels like, you know, like it cheapened the game a little bit, because I was expecting the challenge series to be something a little bit more exciting. But yeah, Rusted Platinum. Pretty sure that Platinum cannot possibly rust, or maybe it can, I don't know. I'm not a physician or a chemistry something. A chemist, I think that's how you call it. But I wouldn't be able to know. It's fine, don't worry about it. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's okay, no worry. Nice just look. No, it doesn't. Oh, it cannot rust. Nice. Yeah, I mean, with platinum being so scarce, it would make sense that it wouldn't rust. I mean, after all. Those kind of metals are very rare and very valuable. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I would assume that gold also doesn't rust. Like, I think that at that point, those precious metals are specifically made to be, well, made. They are not made, they are found, but I mean that they certainly are very valuable. Well, aside from the fact that they are scarce, because they have real world applications, right? So speaking of platinum, here, okay, that's fine, I didn't crash. But here it should be free to get the platinum, assuming you don't crash, right? And by crash I mean that you don't get wrecked. No, actually it isn't. So that's fucked up. Come on. I thought it was gonna be free, but no. It actually needed to be way faster than that. Not to mention it wasn't even enough for gold. That's fucked up. Holy shit. I feel scam. I want my money back. Well, my money. See, the thing is that this game is impossible to purchase anymore. So yeah, I guess there is no money that I will need to get back, you know? But yeah, don't worry. Every game after this one in the series is officially supported, and I also own it on Steam. I guess the only exception is the Android one. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Android one yet though. But every other game that is in Steam, I own it, and yeah, those are hopefully pretty nice. I mean, I already know about some of them, as I say, like Blade Most Wanted and Rival, so I already know what to expect with those. But I don't know what to expect with any of the other ones. What was this game for? This game was in, well, like almost every Need for Speed game is multi-platform. In PC it was in Origin, it wasn't on Steam. It was in the Electronic Arts application Origin. And yeah, they retire it for licenses, I'm assuming, so you can no longer purchase it. This one is simply a PC version. It's most likely the Origin version. It's just I don't need to run Origin to play this particular version. I wonder why. Why would I not need Origin to run a game that was only available in PC in Origin? I wonder. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure this game was also available in Xbox 360 and PS3. Yeah, I am sure. I remember looking at that, yeah. It's PS3 and Xbox 360 and, well, Origin in PC. At the same time, I can definitely tell why, aside from the license, Electronic Arts wouldn't want to bring the game back. It really doesn't seem to have much to offer for like modern audiences, you know, at least compared to the... Oh, fuck me. God damn it. Wait, cannot you make me restart? Yeah, like that. Like that you can do a reset. Though, does the reset remember what time you were at the moment of the reset? Or does it just accumulate the time? Would be fucked up if it accumulated the time. I mean, it will be fucked up simply because that's the only objective of the mission. Or well, I guess challenge is a more accurate way to call it. Electronic Arts to... yeah, very kind of Electronic Arts to just give me the executable free of charge. They are real heroes. But yeah, no, like... it's one of those things where I'm pretty sure that Electronic Arts wouldn't mind. I don't think that they will get pissed off for you playing a non-available game anymore in unofficial ways. If it was a Japanese company, I could imagine they would be very pissed off, but Electronic Arts, I mean, as shit of a company as it is, I don't think it will mind something like that. I'm pretty sure that they only care if you purchase the latest releases. And worry not, Mr. Electronic Arts, because I legally own every single Steam release that is available on Steam right now. Basically every game from Hot Pursuit to Unbound, I own them all, of the ones that are on Steam, because both Shift games were also on Steam, but not anymore, they were retired, so those I don't own them. But yeah, every other one I do own it, and you know, I will actually play them all, of course. But we will see how long it takes. As I say, I think that Most Wanted is not gonna take a long time. Rivals will take a long time, and the other ones I have no clue. Pretty hard to tell. So here, rather than going to the next location, there was a type of event that caught my eye, which is this. What is K and N challenge? Like... well, I mean, I simply want to do it because it seems to be unlike every other challenge. Like, the other challenges are simply normal challenges in every location that happen in the game, but this one just seems to be extra challenges that are probably harder or not. In fact, I wonder if this is supposed to be kind of like the epilogue, since here you're driving a muscle car pretty similar to the one that Shaq was driving at the end. Well, in fact, it's well, maybe not the same one, but I did thought that it was a Dodge Charger or Challenger or whatever at the end. Maybe not. Maybe I'm completely out of my mind. Now the problem is that this truck kinda sucks. Like, this truck is basically like this, like full hairpins on a mountain pass. At least there is a shortcut that these guys are gonna take too, so I guess at that point it's not much of a shortcut. It's might as well be the official route, right? Well, in case you have any doubt at what specific moment I brake, this car's rear lights make sure you know. These rear lights make very sure that you know exactly when I brake. Okay. Yeah, the issue is that what the hell? That was a respawn for you. This didn't set me back too much, but my issue here is that I wasn't able to overtake a single car. Okay, well, yeah, and now everyone slows down, but the issue is that this car absolutely sucks at corners. I mean, those hairpins were never something that I was fast at, but seems that it sucks even in corners that are not that messed up to do. Yeah, I don't know if that was a clean pass game. I kinda have my doubts. Not what I would call a clean pass, if you ask me. Judging by the time remaining for that medal, I think that the game expects you to do this a lot faster. But I'm kind of unable to. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this. And if you don't win, it doesn't count. Like, regardless of what time you get, you don't get it. Ah, that sucks. No, not like that. Fuck. Okay, hold up. That's my salvation, because that's gonna trigger a reset, and now I will be able to actually win. Well, here, in case there was any doubt, when you reset, the timer remembers what it was back then. Now the issue here is that it resetted me quite far, but doesn't matter. Like, those guys pretty much crash there anyways. Nice. It's pretty crazy, because if I would have crossed the finish line, it would have made me redo the whole event. I feel like that's also something that is not very well polished. Like, at that point they should give you the option. Do you want to restart the whole event, or do you want to restart from the final checkpoint? Because otherwise you are forced to do that, and that's stupid. Like, why will you willingly crash? But you have to willingly crash there, you know? Cheating the system. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you shouldn't be forced to do that in order to restart from the previous checkpoint. It should be a choice that the game gives you. But it doesn't want to, I guess. Though, actually, hold up, I'm stupid. It is a choice. If you press select, you actually trigger. It's just that I feel like, yes, you can press select before crossing the finish line, but if you just cross the finish line, it's like you just fuck yourself over. Like, you have to react in time to press select before you lose. And I mean, it's not like it's that hard to do, but my point is that it shouldn't be the case, right? That's what I'm thinking. Oof, close. Well, in case anyone is curious to what the game is gonna be tomorrow's game, it's gonna be Alternate Second, which, by the way, Cloncat, you're probably familiar with it. It's supposed to be from the same series as Kamui. Like, it's supposed to be like a prequel or a sequel, I don't know exactly where it's in like the timeline of the story, but it's from the same people that made Kamui, and it's supposed to be in the same universe. And it's a game that also, I wouldn't say it plays similarly, but you can tell that it's a similar kind of shoot 'em up in how it uses the mechanics. Just that the mechanics themselves are quite different. But that's what I want to play tomorrow, and hopefully one coin clear on normal, because I've been practicing. That is the kind of game that if you don't practice beforehand, you're not one coin clearing. Like, it's a game that doesn't rely on reflexes as much as it relies on memory. Like, it relies a lot on memory. It's just that at the same time, I mean, it's not as bad as some of like the that was weird. Not as bad as some of the like early shoot 'em ups that are basically like a glorified rhythm game, but it does require you to memorize some parts to avoid losing. But yeah, thankfully I did practice it a lot, which is the reason why I want to play it, so that way I can move on to other shoot 'em ups. Like, I don't need to have like the whole thing in my memory and not be able to act on it, right? So yeah, next stream's just gonna play it and hopefully one going clear it so I can. Well, one game that I want to try is Ikaruga. Like, after I'm done with that game, not on stream, but I mean, like, I want to practice it off stream to see if I can finally one going clear Ikaruga, because that game, like, that's a kind of game that I should be able to get, but every time that I try I got my ass kicked. But that's because it's a game that requires that, like, it requires you to properly memorize every single, you know, section in it to do well enough. So yeah, not much you can do about that, but I will. Well, I will try. I don't know if I will succeed, but we will see. And then, of course, the idea eventually will be doing UFO, but UFO, the issue is that it's in a completely different difficulty. Like, I feel like it's completely different than Ikaruga. Like, Ikaruga you can mostly go by pure memory. You cannot do the same with UFO. Now, UFO is not a matter of memory, and that's the reason why I like Toho games. So the problem is that in UFO it's so fucked up that the fact that you cannot really memorize to make it free to one going clear is kind of an issue. But it is what it is. Then again, I probably shouldn't say free to one going clear. Even if you memorize Ikaruga, it's not like it's gonna be a free clear. But I know for a fact it won't. Like, assuming that I get good enough at Ikaruga soon enough, like, I could play it after I'm done with the Most Wanted reboot. like between that and Rivals, right? Like played as the intermission, same way that I'll play Alternate Second as the intermission between this and Most Wanted, right? Also, yeah, I didn't take the shortcut because I didn't see it. My bad. Unfortunately, here the race is getting close to the end, but I'm still not ahead of this guy. That's a problem. Oh, well, he very kindly braked for me. Nice. Alright. Well, I have no idea what's so special about these challenges that they are considered its own thing. Like, I also know what K and N stands for, but I guess they are done. But yeah, like, they are nothing special, and they are the exact same type of events as every other challenge. I mean, yeah, they have like this duel, I guess, but nah, it's pretty much the same shit. So, is that not enough to unlock that car, though? Oh, I unlock a discount. Oh, for my real car? Holy shit. Damn. I guess I'm gonna immediately install those beautiful upgrades to my non-existent real car. I guess it will be pretty cheap to do it. In fact, I don't need to waste a single cent, you know? It's pretty good. Yeah. Surely I have a car. It's pretty messed up because at this point it's like, do you think that your main audience are people with cars? Well, I guess it depends. But I'm pretty sure that this game is not rated M. Like, this game is rated T. So, well, I guess Need for Speed games, especially at this point in time, there were already a lot of adults that played it, but I mean, your main audience are teenagers. Nowadays, it's probably no longer the case. Like in 2011 maybe, but in 2026 your main audience are not teenagers. And they kinda try with Unbound by making it looking more anime-like and shit, but I don't think they succeeded. The thing is that, for what I understand, teenagers nowadays play gacha. Well, and some of them still play Roblox, I guess, even though it's more for kids. It's most likely a combination of like a random gacha and Roblox. Like, I don't think any teenager nowadays is trying to play a racing game. Obviously there are always exceptions and shit like that, but it's certainly not the target audience. So I really wonder how it is, because I only hear for what people say, but I don't talk to, like, in real life, I don't know anyone with, or rather I do know people that have like family members that are in teenage years, but it's like, you know, I don't really care. Since I don't really plan on having kids, I guess I won't really know what the kids nowadays are doing. For what I understand, well, not the kids, but teenagers are probably like that, like in playing gacha games like Genshin Impact or like Zenless Zone Zero or Blue Archive, like that sort of shit, I'm assuming. actually, you know, that's pretty funny to think about. You know how a lot of gacha are criticized for having character designs that are too young, right? And are like, you know, like this is inappropriate and whatever. But the thing is that, interestingly enough, a very big audience of those gacha games are people that are around the same age as those characters, and the game crashed. I think that the game didn't like that comment I just made. Well, at least we know that the crashes happen entirely randomly. Like, they don't happen necessarily when you beat a chapter. Alright. Don't worry. Let me bring the game back in just a bit. Just give me a second. Alright, so I need to put this. I need to bring the feedback. And now bring the game back. There you go. Alright. Yeah, I don't know, the game just randomly crashes sometimes when you're given experience. Like, I don't know why. Like, are you having trouble doing the calculation of experience? Clean the CD and I'm gonna blow on it. Gonna use like a little napkin with alcohol. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Let's try that again. At least it does remember what you did. So here, that event that I just did... Wait, did it remember it? I don't remember which one it was. No, okay, it was the other one because I had more choices than this. So yeah, as you can see, it does remember the one that you just did. It's just that it decides to crash when you're receiving experience for some reason. Anyways, before the game crashed, I was about to say that in a lot of gacha games, like the characters that are too young, that people complain for them being too young, are probably the same age as the main audience of the game. So at that point, like, yeah, I understand the criticism of it maybe being inappropriate showing characters of that age in certain situations or clothing, but it's funny because like the people that consume it are also at that age. It's just that obviously anyone else can consume it too. It's not like only they get to consume it. Yeah. It's that sort of thing that it's like the typical conversation that will give you a lot to talk about, without a doubt. I personally will always side with whatever the original vision of the developers is. No matter how controversial or inappropriate, I always side with having your ideas out there with no censorship. But yeah, it's whatever. Regardless, the point is that these sort of games, I'm pretty sure, are no longer aimed at teenagers. Not to mention that that's also another thing. When the Need for Speed games were ultra popular, like I'm talking about Most Wanted, Underground and company, a teenager could actually dream of, when he was slightly older, owning a car like this. Nowadays, that's not really the case. Like, yes, they can own a car, it's just that you cannot expect them to own a sport cars like this. I guess it obviously depends on how wealthy the family is and all of that. The point is that chances are that these cars are completely off limits. So that also, I think, doesn't really work that much in their favor, because it also means that they are not very interested in cars in the first place. I mean, in my case, it was... Wow, did I... Oh, come on! Fucking I saw, like, I know it's 8 seconds, but I saw the animation of it changing. It didn't change in time, but I'm pretty sure it was intended to change in time. Whatever. Fuck you. What was I about to say? Yeah, that younger people nowadays, I'm assuming they are not that interested in cars because of that. Because of it's like a very alien thing, right? Though in my case, it's an alien thing too. Like, I don't plan on ever owning a car, and I simply like racing games. I don't know, it's something that I will have to investigate. It's just that it's hard to investigate. Because things like polls or, you know, studies made by quote-unquote experts are always shit that I will never in my life trust, ever. So at that point, the only thing that you have is anecdotal experience, but at least when it comes to the internet, I don't hang out anywhere where teenagers hang out, which makes sense because I'm not a teenager, but that will be the only way to more or less know what they are interested in and see if they care about cars or not. I don't think they do. And finally an adult, where is my Porsche? Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, the thing is that I'm pretty sure that in 2005 or 4 actually, when did Most Wanted release? 2004 or 5, I think. Regardless, in that year, I don't think that a teenager that started working for like a year or whatever, that it wouldn't be hard for them to think that they could afford, like, I don't know, a car like this one, like a Lancer Evo. Maybe it will be unthinked of, I don't know, because I'm not American. Obviously here I'm talking about Americans. For someone that is from my country, you can forget about ever seeing this shit. And all third countries around the world also will be the same. But I'm specifically talking here about American teenagers back then. Like, I'm pretty sure that by just working a year or maybe less, maybe they could afford a sports cars like this if they save, obviously. But nowadays, the sport cars like this that are from the 90s are extremely expensive, simply because of the fact that they are kind of legendary cars and they are not produced anymore. But I'm pretty sure that even modern sport cars are completely out of control when it comes to the prices. Like, no one that isn't already rich is gonna be able to afford them. But I don't know, I'm probably talking out of my ass, you know. Don't take my word as gospel for this. I will have to investigate. It's the only way. But yeah, it's fine. Well, I wonder if they made a gacha racing game. Actually, you know, hold up. I don't know if it's gacha or not, but I remember there was an event where they presented a racing game that had anime characters in it. I don't know if it's already out or if it's gonna release, but I think that that's one of those games that, yeah, also tries to capture like a younger audience. Isn't that Asphalt? What is Asphalt? No, the car, pretty sure that the game I'm talking about is not Asphalt. And in fact, Asphalt doesn't have anime character, does it? Or maybe the latest one has. Not sure. But no, I'm talking about a game that is kind of like a combat racer. I don't remember the name, and I don't know if it's already out, as I say, but oh fuck. It's a pretty cool waterfall. I'm pretty sure that it was in the regular mode. Looks pretty nice here. Oh, Asphalt is a gacha. I'm not sure if it works like a gacha or more like it has microtransactions. I think that at least the old Asphalt games, I don't think they were gacha. They were simply the kind of games that, yeah, were free to download, but you had to purchase a lot of things inside the game if you wanted to kind of play it to its fullest extent, but I don't really think it was necessarily gacha. I could be wrong though. I mean, I never really tried to spend any money as you would expect. But yeah, I have no clue. I wish I could remember the name that of the game that I'm talking about. That is like a new racing game with anime characters. Cause see, I mean, here, if you want to easily appeal to teenagers, you need to make your game anime. Like, that's 100%. If you already don't start like that, you are already not appealing to them. Like, you're already a lost market, you know? Like, you need to have anime aesthetic. At this point, it's kind of a requirement, unless the gameplay is so unique that everyone wants to play it, which is most likely not the case. So yeah, like, you need anime shit, you know, no matter what. But yeah, I mean, I don't dislike it. I mean, I'm a fan of anime aesthetics. In fact, I'll go even further and say that a game with anime aesthetic is an improvement over any other type of aesthetic. Like, yes, I'm that much of what people will call nowadays, I'm that much of a weeb. But yeah, the point is that I think that you kinda need that sort of shit to capture younger audiences. Well, younger and not so young, you know, because I'm pretty sure people of my age and even older also are fans of anime aesthetics. And this shitty ass track again, dude. For the time being, the highest, but like, the reason why gacha is so popular is not because, well, you could argue that there are fear of missing out elements and all that shit that I guess are pretty attractive for some people, but I think ultimately is that almost every extremely high budget anime game is a gacha. I think that's basically the sole reason why gachas are so popular. Like, shit like Genshin Impact, like, that's one of the highest budget games of all time, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, it's that popular, not for being a gacha, but because of the insane budget and the anime aesthetics. Like, nobody will follow Genshin Impact if it had the art style of, I don't know, Skyrim. Just to give a random example. Well, in fact, I guess the Elder Scrolls Online is the best example of that. I think that MMO is the... like, anime aesthetics are a must. Like, at this point, it has to be a requirement. And obviously, at that point, it kinda starts the debate of how degenerate you want to make it, because there are a lot of anime games that are gacha that are extremely degenerate. A good example being Niken. So a game like that, like, yeah, that doesn't have like a super wide appeal, because some people will be like, no, I don't want this. But yeah, things like Genshin Impact are like an extreme wide appeal, and at that point, like yeah, it's the anime aesthetics carrying, because it's, as I tell you, imagine that game, but instead of having anime aesthetics, it has Elder Scroll aesthetics. Like, just try imagining how popular, or rather how not popular it will be. You know? Because, you know, everyone, when they think about Genshin Impact, they think about the character. I mean, most of them don't even think about the story. Most people don't even know about the story, even the ones playing the game. And understandably so, because the story fucking sucks. But the point is that, yeah, like, it's the characters. It's the focus of the whole thing. So yeah, make those characters look like the Elder Scrolls characters, and see how popular it gets. See if it will still be running to this day, like 6 years after its release. Not to mention also the biggest grossing gacha game in the market, still after 6 years after its release. So yeah, remove the anime aesthetics and see how far that takes you. Just see how far it takes you. Again, it's just something that it's very important, and I'm glad that's the case. I'm glad that the market was like, a game is anime, you have my attention. I'm very glad of that, because I want to see more of it. It's just that I wish they weren't gacha, you know? Like, that's the problem. It's not like I stopped playing Genshin Impact because it was a gacha. Like, I stopped playing it simply because at some point you played so much that you are like, well, I already got everything I wanted from the game. But the thing is that, yeah, I like to see more games going for that aesthetic. In fact, that's one of the reasons why I'm kinda looking forward to Need for Speed Unbound. And yeah, I'll keep looking forward, because at this rate we're never gonna be reaching it. I mean, if anything, after this game that happened very fast, the chances of it happening, or rather the moment where it will happen, should be closer than initially expected. They are essentially like, what, 5 games before? No, 6 or 7, I think, if you count the Android one, because it's Most Wanted, Rivals, No Limits, well, the 2015 reboot, Payback, and Heat. Is that 6? I think it's 6. Thank you, OutRun, I know. Thank you for having such a shitty challenge series that I'm not gonna bother beating it, so I can move on to the next game. Well, as I say, it won't happen tomorrow because I plan to play a shoot 'em up, but it will happen the stream afterwards. Don't you worry about it. Not Unbound, I mean Most Wanted reboot. Yeah, that would be cool. Like, at least, despite not being a game that really stands out, it's a pretty solid game. I mean, it's as the game would imply, it's Most Wanted. Like, yeah, it's like the original Most Wanted, just kinda worse in every way except graphics, I guess. But then again, despite being a worse game than the original, it's still a good game, you know. Like, it's... I will say that it's probably like this game. It's a game that you can call it good at most, but nothing more than that. And most of the times you will just want to call it an okay game. Well, that's what the Most Wanted reboot is. It's an okay game. It gets the job done. Doesn't do anything better aside from the graphics than the original, but hey, it's a nice one. It's nice enough. But yeah, we're gonna be advancing. Through the series. Now the question is, what series should I play after I'm done with Need for Speed? I have plans. Well, I think I already mentioned them. Oh, I unlocked the R32, nice, that's pretty cool. And also a beaver very angrily munching on a piece of wood. Pretty funny. But yeah. I could go for either Gran Turismo 5 or MotorStorm after I'm done with Need for Speed. Or also Grid, like the Grid series. That's also another choice. Because, you know that despite what I might have thought a long time ago, I feel that I really want to keep playing racing games. Oh yeah, this is the one that I unlocked. Well, might as well use it then. It's a pretty nice service. I unlock it and I can use it right away. Shame that these colors are kinda shit, honestly. No, whatever. But yeah, the point is that I feel like my main type of game is, like, at least this year's, it's gonna be racing games. Like, at some point I'm probably gonna change. Because, I mean, keep in mind, I started as a Danmaku player. Like, or rather, a majority Danmaku player, right? Then, after that, I think I went mostly for I wanna be the guy and platformers. And then more recently, I'm just doing a lot of racing games. So yeah, I think that these are all stages, like these are all sagas. So yeah, the current Gabi OG saga has the racing game chip. Also, this is the first challenge that includes like this rivals thingy. Just cool, I guess. I mean, why not? But it's like whatever. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is the timer. Yes, you need to beat the event minimum, but you need to also beat the timer, you know? Though here I don't know how you want me to get that platinum medal, considering that there are 2 opponents remaining and I'm apparently more than halfway through the medal time. Like, I don't know what logic you want me to, or what magic you want me to work here. But it's fine. I wonder if at some point I will become like a turn-based RPG streamer. No, I already say multiple times that once my reactions are down the shitter because of age, and assuming that I'm still streaming when I'm older, I'm probably gonna become a turn-based RPG streamer. The thing is that will have to be in so long from right now. Like, for my reactions to be so bad that the only thing I can play is turn-based games, well, unless I have an accident. I hope not. I guess if a truck runs me over and I survive, yeah, I probably can only play turn-based games. It's possible. I hope it doesn't happen, though. Huh. You have a challenge called OutRun? Really? I think that you have to pay Sega for royalties there. Well, that's pretty interesting that you're mentioning OutRun, because that's another game that does the coast-to-coast thingy, and I think that it certainly... Well, it doesn't do it better specifically since it never really mentions a real place, but the whole doing a single run that is supposed to go from coast to coast, it does it better because the runs are a lot shorter. Like, it's like 10 minutes or something. Obviously, since it's an arcade game.
Attention all units, I got a hit on the wanted party. Code 3. Coming in hard. Hey, sir, push him high, push him high. Yeah, Sunset 24, code 3. Code 6 trying to run me off the road. I'm maintaining pursuit.
So, speaking of RPGs, I really gotta... I gotta replay the Dark Souls series. I want to do the New Game Plus on them. But those are very long ass games, so... Yeah, those are only a good idea if you don't have any better idea than that, because beating those games will take a while. I mean, you know me, I'm not a speedrunner, so I will take my time to play and beat them, you know. So yeah, not a good idea. So I would appreciate if you stop crashing these guys. That would be nice. That was pretty free. Like, at no moment here it seems that I was close at losing, which is... losing the platinum medal, I mean. Which is weird considering that... it's a very short one. Usually, when there is some sort of time objective in... you know... some time objective in... well, in anything, the short time objectives tend to be more picky than the long ones, but not that one clearly. Them still making me pick between these two shitty ass cars. Oh, by the way, these two are the exact same. Well, not the exact same, I guess. This one has easier driving, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, make it purple, why not? But yeah, the thing is that it seems like these medals are pretty random. Not to mention that at any time you can collide against the AI and it makes it easy to go as fast as you normally would go. I think it's very messed up that they make you go in missions like this that are all supposed to be, you know, going fast on mostly straight lines, but they give you slow as cars like this one. I mean, maybe they are gonna give you the faster cars on the later locations, but it still feels pretty lame. Especially because if you play as I did the run mode in hard difficulty, you will never encounter cars as slow as this one. So that makes it very odd. I mean, you know what? This reminds me exactly of how I felt as I was playing the challenge series on Most Wanted. I basically just been like, you know, this is kinda lame. This kinda fucking sucks. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel right now. It's fine. I mean, at least it allowed me to, you know, be able to get to the end of the stream without thinking of a plan B, and that's very valuable to me. But it's like still very lame. What do we have here? BMW 4. I mean, if you give me the R32 to be picked, I'll pick the R32, dude. I don't think I'll think it twice. Yes, R32, please. Well, I'll think it twice, though, I guess, in... Well, I keep saying the same thing, but the fact that if I get the choice to purchase the car to use in a campaign like Most Wanted, I will probably not want to repeat. And this one, technically, I purchase it, I use it a lot in Shift 2, this particular model. Maybe I could make an exception simply because it's a model I like a lot. Anyways, the thing is, what was I about to say? Yeah, ironically, the next Most Wanted game, for what I remember, doesn't really make emphasis in the whole purchasing a car and upgrading it. Like, it makes more emphasis in kind of like collecting cars. Like, you start with whatever car, I don't remember. The thing is that the rest of the cars, or at least the majority of the cars that come afterwards, get unlocked simply by finding them in the open world. Like, you just casually find them and that's it, they are yours. It's not like you unlock them to purchase them in the shop. No, you unlock them on the spot. You unlock them and you swap to them, if I'm not mistaken, on the spot. Of course, if you don't want to drive and you can swap them again later, sure. But the thing is that by default, I'm pretty sure that you unlock and use them right there. No, that won't be enough for gold, actually. Pretty sad. It's fine, who cares about the gold? I guess Spain cares about the gold. Right. Also, it's pretty interesting how by just playing the game, you don't level up too much. I have no clue what's the maximum level. Like, I will have to look it up. But yeah, you seem like you struggle leveling up a lot. Well, if it's like Hot Pursuit, the max level will be 20 or 21. In that game, it could be both. Alright, so what's this? I like this though. Lotus Battle, so it's gonna be between two Lotus cars. Well, between two Lotus cars, but you can only pick one of them. Oh, I like that green. Look at that. Look at how fluorescent it is. Look at how much it shines. How pretty. Alright. Why is this car called Ebola? You know, it's called Evora, but... Or Evora, I don't know, but... Yeah. I guess in 2011 the whole illness of Ebola wasn't that popular. When did Ebola get popular? Like, there was an outbreak in Africa, but I think it was in what year? 2016, around there. So yeah, a little bit early for this game to capitalize on that, you know. Also, I think I mispronounced it, didn't I? In English you don't call it Ebola, you call it Ebola, right? Like the name of the illness? I don't know. Not like it's a word that is useful for me to know. Well, it's not useful for me to know in English, at least. I don't think I'm gonna go to an English-speaking country and contract that illness. I hope not, but I mean, I don't plan on exiting, getting out of my country anyways. Whether it's for vacation or permanently, I don't have any such plans. It's a cool song. Oh fuck. Yeah, don't worry, falling off a cliff is not retry worth it to the game. You're gonna have a final boost before the end? I don't think so. Not on my watch. Oh, got the gold medal, at least it's something. I don't think the car was able to live in a good condition though. I do wonder if you get a special reward for beating every event in like with a gold medal, though here I think there was only one that I didn't beat in gold. You know, I'm very tempted to test it since there was only one, you know, because you get, if you achieve a bronze medal in all of them, you don't seem to get if you get a silver in all of them, because I think that here I minimally have a silver in all of them, but maybe for having a gold one you do get it, and well, probably if you get a platinum you might get it as well, but I want to check that. Let me see, because if it's the one that had the police, that shouldn't be hard to... Yeah, I only have this one with a silver. Okay, let me do this before I end the stream. Like normally I will end it here, but I just want to see if you get a special reward for doing... yeah, I unlock the Nissan C that I'm not gonna use, obviously. But I want to see if by getting gold in every medal of a specific location you get a special reward. Something tells me it won't be the case. And maybe the only way you will unlock something additional is by getting a platinum in every of them, but yeah. I'm not sure who is gonna get a platinum in every of them, you know? Certainly not me. Wait, did I just landed on a trash bin? What are you trying to say again?
1045 on deck, stay clear. Going in for a hit.
Oh, my rival completely died. Good to know.
Vehicle's taking damage. Push him, push him. Gotta nail this guy. Check your PDT for new tech.
Okay. Oh yeah, this one was important. They started doing those pseudo roadblocks at the end. I think that there was still another one. Oh fuck, that asshole did a brake check. I'm an idiot, guys. I'm pretty sure that last time something similar happened. Okay. This should be enough for gold, right? Yeah, it is. So here is the question. Will this be enough to get another reward for getting at least a gold medal in all of these events of this location, which I think it's Las Vegas, right? Will something happen or will you completely cuck me out of it? I have a feeling that I'm gonna get cucked, but you never know. Well, I will get a reward for leveling up, I guess. But yeah, I'm not interested in that. Profile icon, sure. The police profile icon. Why would I want to pose as a police officer in a game with that? Yeah, you do have. That's pretty cool. Okay, so for getting gold medal in every challenge you get an additional reward. That's pretty nice. Shame that in some challenges it's kind of a pain in the ass to go for it, but I mean, whatever. I mean, if I was interested in doing these events, it would be a very nice thing to do, but I am not. I'm not interested at all, so yeah, whichever ones are remaining here can suck a cock, but it's fine. I mean, I don't mind. I guess getting gold shouldn't be that hard at the end of the day. Like these ones that I got silver, I'm pretty sure I could have like tried a little bit harder and it will be enough. But yeah, as I said, I'm not interested in that. So let me just end here. So yeah, the plan for tomorrow is playing that shoot 'em up alternate second, and then the day after that it will be Need for Speed Most Wanted reboot. So that's the plan. And yeah, the plan is also cutting out all this all this challenge series from the VOD, because I think that they add absolutely nothing to it. I'll think about it. Maybe not, maybe yes, whatever, who cares. Anyways, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream. So have a good one and take care.